Elara perched on a sun-dappled leaf, her wings shimmering with iridescent hues. The once vibrant Pixie Hollow was now a desolate tableau of wilting flora and silenced melodies. She sighed, her tiny heart heavy with the weight of loneliness. The echoes of laughter and the sweet scent of pixie dust were but distant memories, fading with each setting sun. As the last of her kind, Elara bore the mantle of an ancient lineage, guardians of the Heartstone, a relic said to be the wellspring of magic. But with each passing season, the stone's luminescence dimmed, and the world around them grew colder, darker. One crisp autumn morning, a shadow fell over the hollow, an ominous presence that sent a shiver down Elara's spine. A raven, its eyes gleaming with malevolence, landed on a gnarled branch. In its beak it held a scroll sealed with black wax. With trembling hands, Elara unfurled the parchment, her eyes widening as she deciphered the spidery script. "The Twilight Lord awakens," she whispered, her voice barely a breath. "He seeks to extinguish the light and plunge the world into eternal darkness." Fear gnawed at her, but a flicker of determination ignited in her sapphire eyes. The prophecy had foretold this moment, the time when the last pixie would rise to challenge the encroaching darkness. Elara knew her destiny, and she would not falter. Gathering her courage, she donned her ancestral armor, a delicate yet resilient weave of moonbeams and starlight. She secured the Heartstone in a pouch at her waist, its faint warmth a comforting presence against the growing chill. Her journey began under a sky ablaze with sunset hues. The path led her through ancient forests, where gnarled trees whispered secrets of forgotten ages. She encountered mythical creatures, some friendly, others hostile, each encounter testing her resilience and sharpening her instincts. In the heart of an enchanted glade, Elara stumbled upon a hidden conclave of elves, their once proud kingdom now a refuge in the face of the encroaching twilight. Their queen, a wise and ethereal being named Elara, listened intently as the pixie recounted her tale. "We have sensed the growing darkness," the queen said, her voice like the rustling of leaves. "Our magic wanes, our warriors weary, but hope is not yet lost." The queen revealed an ancient prophecy, a glimmer of hope amidst the encroaching despair. It spoke of a united front, a convergence of races, each bearing a fragment of the key to reignite the Heartstone and banish the Twilight Lord. Elara's heart swelled with newfound purpose. She was not alone in this fight. The fate of the world rested on her tiny shoulders, but she knew that together they could overcome the darkness. The first step of their quest was to seek the wisdom of the dwarves, dwellers of the subterranean realms. They were master smiths and keepers of ancient lore, their knowledge a beacon in the encroaching darkness. As Elara ventured deeper into the earth, the air grew heavy with the scent of iron and sulfur. The path was treacherous, riddled with pitfalls and guarded by monstrous creatures. But with each obstacle overcome, her resolve hardened. She would not fail. The dwarven city of Duin, carved into the heart of a mountain, was a marvel of engineering and craftsmanship. Its halls echoed with the clang of hammers on anvils and the rhythmic chants of miners. Elara, dwarfed by the towering figures of the dwarves, felt a surge of awe and trepidation. Their king thrall, a grizzled dwarf with a beard that reached his knees, greeted her with a gruff but welcoming demeanor. He listened intently as Elara spoke of the Twilight Lord and the quest to reignite the Heartstone. "The darkness has cast a long shadow over our realms," Thrall rumbled. "We feel its chill in the deepest minds, its touch on the molten core. We will aid you in this quest, Pixie." Thrall led Elara to the Chamber of Echoes, a sacred space where the history of the dwarves was etched in stone. There he revealed a forgotten passage, a secret route that led to the heart of the mountain, where an ancient artifact lay dormant. The journey was fraught with peril as they navigated treacherous tunnels and fended off subterranean beasts. But Elara's determination, bolstered by the dwarves' unwavering support, saw them through. At the heart of the mountain, they found the Forge of Creation, a colossal chamber bathed in the glow of molten rock. In its center rested the artifact, a hammer of exquisite craftsmanship, its handle carved with intricate runes. "This is the hammer of forging," Thrall explained, his voice echoing in the vast chamber. "It was wielded by our ancestors to shape the world, to imbue it with magic and resilience. It is your fragment of the key, Pixie." Elara accepted the hammer with reverence, its weight a testament to its power. With this artifact in hand, she felt a surge of hope, a belief that the darkness could be vanquished. Their next destination was the elven kingdom of Eldoria, a realm of ethereal beauty and ancient wisdom. It was a place where magic still lingered, though weakened by the encroaching twilight. As Elara and her companions journeyed through the enchanted forests, they encountered signs of the Twilight Lord's influence. The trees were withered, the streams stagnant, the air heavy with despair. In the heart of Eldoria, they were greeted by Queen Elijah, her eyes filled with both sorrow and hope. She led them to the sacred grove, a sanctuary where the elves communed with the spirits of nature. There, in the heart of the grove, they found the third fragment of the key, a chalice brimming with pure, radiant energy. It was the chalice of life, a vessel that contained the essence of the natural world. "This is the gift of the elves," Elijah said, her voice soft as a whisper. "It is the power of growth, of renewal, of hope. May it guide you on your path, Pixie." Elara accepted the chalice with gratitude, its warmth spreading through her veins like a life-giving elixir. With each step closer to their goal, she felt her resolve harden. The Twilight Lord would not prevail. The final fragment of the key lay hidden in the human kingdom of Avalor, a land of sprawling cities and bustling trade routes. It was a realm of ambition and innovation, where magic was often dismissed as mere folklore. But Elara knew better. She knew that beneath the veneer of cynicism, there lay a flicker of hope, a belief in something greater than themselves. The city of Avalor was a labyrinth of cobblestone streets and towering structures, a stark contrast to the natural realms Elara had traversed. Yet even here she could sense the encroaching darkness, a subtle chill that seeped into the hearts of its inhabitants. Their search led them to the royal archives, a vast repository of knowledge and history. There they met a young scholar named Kale, his eyes filled with the insatiable curiosity of a seeker. He had heard whispers of the prophecy of the Twilight Lord's return. He believed, against the skepticism of his peers, that the ancient tales held a kernel of truth. Kale led Elara and her companions to a hidden chamber where a single book rested on a pedestal. It was the Tome of Ancients, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and forgotten languages. With Kale's help, Elara deciphered the text, her heart pounding with anticipation. The tome revealed the location of the final fragment, hidden beneath the city's foundations, a place where magic and technology intertwined. The descent into the depths of Avalor was a journey into a forgotten world. They traversed tunnels illuminated by strange, pulsating lights, encountering remnants of ancient machinery and the echoes of forgotten voices. At the heart of this subterranean realm, they found the Crown of Will, a relic of immense power. It was not a physical crown, but a nexus of energy, a manifestation of the collective will of humanity. "This is the gift of humans," Kale said, his voice filled with awe. "It is the power of creation, of innovation, of the indomitable spirit. May it empower you, Pixie." Elara accepted the crown, feeling its energy surge through her. It was a different kind of power than she had encountered before, but no less potent. With all 4 fragments in hand, Elara and her companions returned to Pixie Hollow, the once desolate glade now a sanctuary of hope. They placed the hammer, chalice, tome, and crown upon the pedestal surrounding the heartstone. A blinding light erupted, engulfing the hollow in its radiant embrace. The heartstone, once dim and lifeless, throbbed with renewed energy, its luminescence casting away the encroaching shadows. But their victory was short-lived. The Twilight Lord, sensing the resurgence of magic, descended upon the hollow, his form a swirling vortex of darkness. A fierce battle ensued, a clash of light and shadow, of hope and despair. Elara, wielding the combined power of the 4 fragments, fought with the ferocity of a cornered pixie. Her allies, elves, dwarves, and humans, stood by her side, their weapons gleaming, their spells crackling with energy. In the end, it was Elara's unwavering spirit that turned the tide. With a final surge of power, she unleashed the full force of the Heartstone, its radiant beam piercing the Twilight Lord's darkness. The Twilight Lord let out a final, agonizing shriek as he dissolved into nothingness, leaving behind only the lingering echoes of his malevolence. As the light of dawn broke over the horizon, Elara stood amidst her allies, her tiny form bathed in the warm glow of the Heartstone. The world was not yet healed, but the darkness had been banished and hope had been rekindled. The last pixie had fulfilled her destiny, not as the end of her kind, but as the beginning of a new era, a time of unity and renewal. The world would remember her name, not as a relic of the past, but as a beacon of hope, a symbol of the indomitable spirit that dwells within the smallest of creatures.